Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Adam Levine was set to make his victorious comeback in the 27th season of The Voice, which will premiere in 2025. The frontman of Maroon 5 and the original coach returned to the NBC singing competition with his trademark charm, quick wit, and competitive edge. Fans were ecstatic when they saw posts on social media with phrases like, "Adam's back and The Voice is whole again," but behind the scenes, insiders close to Levine painted a different picture, one of disillusionment and disquiet. In an honest interview with Rolling Stone, Levine admitted that he did not enjoy his comeback and felt the void. It is well known that Levine has a lengthy history with The Voice. When the program debuted in 2011, he was one of the original coaches alongside Blake Shelton. This revelation shocked the show's fan base and prompted heated debates over what went wrong. CeeLo Green and Christina Aguilera had a key role in contextualizing the show's early popularity over its 16 seasons. In 2019, after almost 10 years of involvement, Levine decided to leave the band, citing the desire to focus on Maroon 5, his family with his wife Behati Prince Lou, and new endeavors like his 222 Records label. Levine became a fan favorite because of his humorous competition with Shelton, his keen musical instincts, and his ability to recognize raw potential. One example of this is Javier Cohen, who won Season 1 during his tutelage. At the time, he said in an interview with Variety, "I was ready for a break. I needed to take a deep breath because it was so intense." The announcement that he would be returning for Season 27 with new mentor Snoop Dogg generated a lot of enthusiasm. Promotional materials alluded to Michael Bublé and Kelsea Ballerini's distinct swagger, and NBC promoted his return to the program as a return to the show's beginnings. However, according to U.S. Weekly cited confidential sources, Levine's experience was anything but sentimental. He claimed that it didn't feel like home, but the reality was different, and it was challenging for him to find his groove because the atmosphere was different. "I love The Voice, but this time around I didn't enjoy it as much as I used to. Something was lacking, and I experienced a vacant feeling that I was unable to fill. What has changed?" Levine spoke on the issue in an interview with Rolling Stone. First, the show itself changed after Levine left because of the addition of heavyweights like Ariana Grande, Kelly Clarkson, and John Legend, who brought new dynamics to the coaching staff. Previously a close-knit group, the lineup now changes frequently in contrast to the banter between Shelton and Levine that defined the early seasons. The unique blend of Snoop's relaxed and easygoing, although Adam thrives on chemistry. The new panel did not click with him in the same way that he did with Blake, according to the insider who spoke to Us Weekly, despite the fact that Bubbly's crooner appeal and Ballerini's country pop flair, which was included in Season 27, produced a different kind of energy. Shelton, who left the show after Season 23, was a regular during Levine's first run, and the popularity of the show was primarily attributed to the two of them's fictitious feuds and bromance. It was said that Levine felt lost without that well-known anchor, and the show's format was another source of trouble. The Voice has refocused its emphasis on emotionally compelling storytelling and social media engagement, and coaches are expected to be just as much influencers as mentors. Levine, who is renowned for his straightforward teaching methods, has reportedly found the increased demands of production, which include scripted banter, constant promotions, and social media duties, to be oppressive. Someone who knows him well stated that he is a musician and not a content provider, and that his intention was to focus on the artists rather than the machine. Odd fans noticed that he was acting more solemn than usual, with one of them speculating that after 46 years, he is no longer the brazen rock star that he was during the early years of The Voice. His priorities have evolved as a result of becoming a father, performing with Maroon 5 during their residency in Las Vegas, and producing projects like Simband, according to what he told Rolling Stone. The competitor said that his remarks hinted at a deeper detachment. "I've grown up a lot since I left. I'm not the same guy who could just dive into the chaos of The Voice and successfully thrive." In certain respects, the relentless tempo of a network television powerhouse ran counter to his present mental state. This game is better suited for young men. He stated that you must have it in order to experience that yearning, and I was even more. Even the competitors presented a challenge to the competition during his final season. Levine mentored great musicians like Mailto, but the artists who competed in season 27 were heavily influenced by genres like jazz and country hip-hop, which did not necessarily align with his expertise in pop rock. According to the insider who spoke to US Weekly, he struggled to connect with some of the talent this time, giving the impression that he wasn't the right fit for many of them. Among the fans who took note, one user commented that Adam's pitches in the blind auditions felt strange, as if he wasn't sure who he wanted on his team despite the challenges. Levine continued to put in effort while he was mentoring his talent. Independent singer-songwriter Leela Ford made it to the live performances with a heartbreaking rendition of Radiohead's Creep. This was a particularly memorable moment, and critics praised Levine for highlighting her fragility, proving that he still has the coaching talent. However, he told Rolling Stone that this accomplishment was insufficient to bridge the gap. The entire interaction looked to be nothing more than going through the motions, but I was pleased of my team. The feeling that I wasn't totally committed is one that I detest. More general discussions about The Voice's longevity and the demands made on its coaches have arisen as a result of the fallout. Even though Levine's return was a risk taken in an attempt to recreate the magic of the program's early years, his blunt statement suggests that nostalgia alone is insufficient to heal the rift among fans, with some expressing their sympathy with remarks like, "Adam gave us so much, let him move on if he's not feeling it." Although Levine hasn't entirely ruled out the possibility of returning to The Voice, he has made it clear that he needs a break to focus on his family and his musical career. The fact that Maroon 5's upcoming album has been hinted at as being released in 2026 and that he plans to tour the world both suggest that his heart is elsewhere. Some people wrote, while others expressed their disappointment by commenting that he returned only to half-assess it not to be expected. "I will always treasure The Voice," he said, "but I think I am doing better as a fan right now." It is a difficult pill for fans to swallow because Levine's candor is energizing, but his absence will leave a void among the audience of its own. Given that Levine is rumored to be making a guest appearance at CMA Fest 2025, which is drawing nearer, the talk about his vocal experience emphasizes the lasting impact he has had whether he is singing or battling Shelton in the past. Levine remains a controversial and captivating figure. His comeback may not have been the comeback that fans had hoped for, but it serves as a reminder that even rock stars are not always able to recapture the past. Sometimes admitting when you are incapable of doing something is the most honest move of all.